my friends. The Pharisees were an ancient Jewish sect who lived during the time of Jesus. Of course, this sect has long since ceased to exist, but it really didn't become extinct like the dinosaurs. The Pharisees, though no longer a viable, visible sect, are really still among us. Look up the word Pharisee in a modern dictionary, and you will find a definition written in the present text. It says this: a person who considers themselves better than anyone. Well, as much as I hate to admit it, I think there's a bit of Pharisee in each one of us. You know, we do not boast about praying or tithing or fasting. We really boast about other things of which we are all proud of. For example, some are afflicted with the pride of race. Because of the color of our skin, a few of us consider ourselves a bit more superior than others. Why or how this could be a source of pride is really beyond me. It is not a matter of achievement. Whatever your race or mine, we did not choose it. We did not earn it. We had nothing whatever to do with it. We were simply born that way. Everything about your birth and mine is a given. So, what gives the person a right to be proud or to feel superior to anyone about a different race? It seems to me that anyone who tries to cling to it is really advertising his or her own ignorance. You know, others are afflicted with the class of pride. They live in the better part of town. Their houses are larger and more luxurious than others. Their cars are late models like Cadillacs and Rolls-Royce. Their children go to private schools and graduate from Ivy League universities. They dine every night from fine china, and they sip champagne from crystal glasses. Now, to all who can live this way, I think a word of congratulations is in order. You see, wealth is not wrong, provided it is earned honestly and used wisely. But in no sense does class imply superiority. At the very least, it just suggests good fortune. Beyond that, it really carries an additional responsibility. To belong to the upper class does not give one a sense of superiority. It only means that you have been blessed more than others, and that you are more indebted to others. I think another Phariseeism of pride is what we might call intelligence. You know, most of the truly smart people that I have ever known really come into one of two categories. Some were born with very keen minds. You know, problems that most of us take hours to solve, they can solve in a few minutes. That kind of intelligence is a gift. Why should it make one prideful? You know, the other category is made up of those people who had a chance at a good education and took advantage of it. Those are more commendable. They have worked hard. They've burned the midnight oil. They have learned. But neither of those two groups of people has any time for boasting. If you are smarter than the common herd, I have one simple request. These are very dangerous and difficult times that we live in. They call for more wisdom and insight than most of us really have. So please walk with us. Lead us. We need you. I think one final Phariseeism that comes to mind is the pride of religion. Now, this was where the original Pharisees lived. They knew God better than anybody. They knew what God required better than anybody. They were sure that God's special favor rested only on them. They were the perfect specimens of what human life ought to be. Little did the Pharisees know that the tax collector in the dark corner of the temple was really God's favorite. It wasn't that God approved of money grubbing. Indeed, he does not. What God really wants from you and me and all of his children is honesty and humility. You know, let's face it, there is enough Pharisee in every one of us that we would do well to borrow and to use the tax collector's statement. God, be merciful to me, a sinner.